Hey everybody, how's it going? Bear NPC here, ready for my Wednesday stream, working on some LARP stuff. I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Normally Mondays is playing Minecraft with Gil, and Wednesdays and Fridays currently are dedicated to working on LARP stuff, but I also talk D&D. I got the new to me, Grim Hollow books. I've been going through these. They're a lot of fun. I also went ahead and got all the Grim Hollow spell cards, which are great. So I can talk about anything in regards to that. But overall, I'm going to be working because I am trying to get this rulebook finished. So anybody that is interested in that, feel free. Ask any questions that you would like. I know I started a little bit early today, sadly, because I accidentally started the stream early. So it is what it is, but thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And let's go ahead and get into it. So let's see if my browser is set up properly. It is. How about that? So yet again, I am working on my skill list. I am making pretty decent headway on it now. Lots of the stuff is already alphabetized up here at the top. So I am about 10 pages in on the top. And then I still have these ones that I have to fit in. And these few here that I need to actually still write out. So I'm just plugging along. I'm working on the unarmed combat tree right now. So talking about fighting prowess mastery. So using claws or brawlers basically. But going on from there, I am on the grapple skill, and that one's going to be a pain to write up, I am fairly sure. Let me see if I actually have anything already written down, because that would help me out immensely. And of course I don't. But that is okay. Okay, so we're going to go back to my list on this screen here. Character may deliver the entangled body condition to a target while holding the target with 2 claws or brawlers. Okay, so CP cost of grapple is 10. Then ST cost of 2. Restrictions. I bet claws or brawlers only? Yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to move this over to this side so I can see what I'm working on a little bit easier. Here we go. That's better. Shrink in my document screen here. So if anybody has any questions or whatnot, feel free, ask away. And let's look at this. So this character to restrict a creature / character's movement by holding them in place. Not places, place. Make sure my wording is similar. To use this skill, a character must call entangle body and then strike both sides of target with valid weapon strikes. Let me see. I want to make sure that my description matches the wording of other skills. To use this skill, the character must call and strike the target with valid weapon strike. Okay. Yeah, that wording sounds okay. As long as the claws / brawlers continue touching the target, it is considered to be entangled. And then I had good wording here on under this skill may be negated by any ability that negates weapon strikes using the resist condition. Additionally, a creature / character with strength 3 may rip its way out of this out of the condition. I'm gonna make it a 3 count just because that is what I am historically used to. We can change that if it seems to be too overpowered later. If the claws / brawlers continue touching the target, it is considered to be entangled. Skill may be negated by any ability that negates weapon strikes using the resist condition. Additionally, a creature or character with strength 3 may rip its way out of the condition on Okay, Disney Plus. I do not care about The Simpsons currently. Okay, I think that's pretty good. We will leave that at that. Haymaker CP cost is 10. ST cost is 2. Restrictions, claws, or brawlers only. No, I hope people appreciate this. I want the special abilities in the unarmed combat tree to only be able to be used by claws and brawlers, but claws and brawlers can only be upgraded damage wise, pardon me, by the skills in this tree, damage wise. I'm not so sure. I might be okay with people using claws and brawlers to deal other special attacks from other categories, but these ones I want them to be relegated only to unarmed combat people. Okay, so Haymaker is essentially like Assassinate and Slay, but it is only usable for the unarmed combat stuff. So I can, for the most part, copy this, paste it here. The skill allows a character to deal a massive amount of damage to a target with valid weapon attack. To use this skill, a character must call the damage and strike the target with valid weapon strike. The character may continue to call this additional damage until it hits the target or is negated with a resist condition. Okay. I think that's good. Intimidate CP cost is 10. ST cost is 2. Restrictions, none. This skill allows a character to strike fear in a target by just leaving it at that. This skill allows a character to strike fear in a target. To use this skill, a character must point a weapon, claw, brawler at their target. Hey Dade, how's it going? I saw your post, so I'm guessing things aren't going super great, but I'm hoping you're having a better day today. If you have any questions about what I'm going through, feel free, ask away. I'm just trying to finish up all the skill list for the LARP stuff. Okay, well, seeing as this is a gesture effect, I guess I'm going to need to add gesture as a condition. No, I don't. I'm gonna make it a normal strike. To use this skill, a character must gonna change it up. To use this skill, a character must call is going all right. The old DM was flexing his internet muscles at me before blocking me because he was trying to hit in one of the players. This was the same group that I killed the other day. Oh. Yeah, I mean, he's got to throw the last punch. Sometimes DMs have to do that stuff. It is what it is, man. But, hey, you're out of it now, so there's no sense in worrying too much about it. But, hey. A DM shouldn't be upset that somebody comes up with a smart plan. Like, the whole point is to have a good story. So there have been a couple times that my group has thought outside the box, and while it can be annoying, it shouldn't be upsetting. And honestly, it impresses me more often than not, rather than getting angry. But some DMs feel that it's more necessary to be adversarial towards their players than just it's a story. It's how things go. I don't know. I don't understand some people's DM styles. But that's just me. So hey, if it's making you feel better, that's good. Where was I at? Not breakthrough. I want to use the skill a character must call and strike the target with a valid weapon strike. Do I want to just leave it at that? On a brighter note, I get to try Gunslinger out. 14th level one shot. Nice. That's awesome. Gil is playing a gunslinger in our current campaign. He's level 5, but he's planning on multi-classing a bunch. He's also Warforged. It's kind of nice because his rifle breaking has happened at very flavorful portions of the story. So I really dig the class. I think it balances out pretty well. But he does do a ridiculous amount of damage currently. Uh, problems per se, it's hard to say. I know that never happens, right? Yeah, he's a construct that has a dream spirit in him that has given him a soul, quote unquote. So he's having emotional issues because he now has emotions. Yeah, he has a chart. I think it's a like a D100 chart, and he rolls two different rolls, and then mixes them together. Sometimes to tragic effect, and other times to very good effect. So it's fun. It's definitely an interesting dynamic. Okay. Pain tolerance. I remember really liking this skill, so we'll see. Yeah, it's real cool. Gil likes to change characters a lot, but he is currently really enjoying Pierce, which is the name of his character currently. Why is that up to the DM? It's not. It's how you roleplay your character. As long as it doesn't have any in-game mechanic effect, who cares? I don't know. Maybe I'm talking out of turn, but that's stuff that Gil does on his own. He doesn't even run it by me because I know it doesn't have any mechanical effect to the way the game runs, so he knows I'm cool with it. Whatever you put in, you get out, so because it was too serious. Okay. Here's the thing. It all depends on how your group is. Our group, we deal with a lot of darker tones. Some people get upset by certain aspects way easier. Gil, him and I, we've been playing games together for a long time, so it doesn't bug me. Most of our players are very understanding that I am running the darkest timeline version of the game. So at this point, it's just like we understand that we're going to bring up some harsh things. And I would hope that if any of my players had any problems with what was going on, they could come and talk to me or pull me to the side and say, hey, can we cut this? Can we not do that kind of stuff? Yeah. The only things that I don't get into, I try not to get into like sexual assault stuff because that's not cool. Whenever it comes to things like bad guys do, like slavery and stuff like that, I try to make it non-racial issues. There are different monster groups do that kind of things, but good guys clearly don't do those things. You have to have that breakdown of this is vile, evil stuff, and this is stuff that good guys do. And so you're always combating the people that do the vile, evil things. And the group itself only does minor evil things. So, it is what it is. So yeah, like I wouldn't get involved in sexual stuff. That's not the kind of game I want to run. Most of the time, whenever any sex dynamic stuff comes up, it's always fade to black. People can discuss that off camera. But other than that, our group's pretty okay. We had for the first couple game sessions, there was a doppelganger that took over this portion for where a little farmhand was, you know, he was a newborn kid and he got abducted by the Fae, and they replaced him with a doppelganger, and the group tried to trade to get the kid back, and then they found out that the kid was sick and was most likely going to die in the real world anyway, and that's why the Fae took him. So there was a lot of emotion / how do we fix this? How do we make it work? It got fairly dark. But if you don't deal with those kind of things, yeah, freaky shapeshifters. But if you don't have those moral dilemmas sometimes, then you don't give the characters a chance for growth. So, maybe one of the players at that table had a mental disorder or something of that nature that they didn't want to bring up, or it would hit too close to home, so they said don't deal with that kind of stuff. I don't know. We have a person that, you know, went to school for therapy and whatnot that sits at the table with us, and I think for the most part it's pretty chill and laid back. So it is what it is. Dade, have you seen any of the Grim Hollow books? Like Dot? Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. That's kind of weird then. The DM just probably wanted control, but it is what it is. In the Grim Hollow books, it's very, very much Darkest Timeline type of thing. And they actually have rules for things such as blood magic, transformations. So if you get bit by a lichen, here are the good things that happen for your character. Here are the bad things that happen for your character. Just very, very dark, but very cool. Let me see if I can get the werebear picture on now. It's a little too dark, but super cool. Definitely worth checking out if you have a chance. But goes into vampirism and fae creatures and all that kind of stuff. So if you like the darker style gothic horror type campaign setting, it's super cool. I highly suggest checking that out. Okay, back to work. Yeah, I went and got the spell cards so I can follow along with them a little bit easier. That's group combat. I am on unarmed combat. Pain tolerance. Yeah, if there's anything in particular that you want info on, just ask away. I can definitely pass some things along if you need it. Pain tolerance is a pretty cool skill, I think, for LARP. You basically negate one condition until the end of a fight. This skill allows a character to ignore one condition they that is currently active on their character. To use this skill, a character must call Let's call pain tolerance. And role play for 3 for a 3 count, blocking out pain or somehow overcoming the condition. This skill lasts for the duration of a battle, at which point the condition takes this skill lasts for the duration of a battle. Following the... How does Grim Hollow do the transition to a lichen? I had a player in my game that was infected. I was going to adjust some really old first... Okay. Yeah, I can go through that right now. That's fun. Take a little break. So, the transformation levels are based off of the character level, as well as some milestone that your character goes through. So normally there are 4 levels of transformation, and they're based off of your class level range of 1 to 4, 5 to 10, 11 to 16, and 17 to 20. Was basically going to have her take levels in like... Yeah, that's kind of how this works. There's boons, and there are problems too, flaws. Let me get to lichen here. Okay, so basically, at level 1, you gain all of these boons and flaws. You have a hybrid transformation. So as an action, you can transform into a monstrous half beast, half sentient creature that gives you a whole list of stuff like unarmed strike, bite attack, all that kind of stuff. Your hybrid form lasts for a number of hours equal to your constitution mod, minimum of 1, and ends early if you're knocked unconscious or reduced to 0 hit points, and you can end it yourself on an action. Your strength score increases by 2 and your con increases by 1. Cannot be increased over 16. But you also become a shape changer in addition to any other creature types you are. Spells and abilities that affect shape changers of a specific CR have no effect on you. So if it's challenged rating based, it doesn't work on you. And your transformation flaw is lust for the hunt. So sometimes you lose control. You have to roll a wisdom saving throw, or you lose control of your character. If you're in a full moon, you automatically fail. You are subject to the following until you succeed. You must move toward the closest non-player character you can see, smell, or hear, prioritizing helpless creatures. If you end your movement and no non-player creature is within 5 feet of you, then you must use your action to dash towards one. Basically, you run at something and attack it. And once you pass your save, you're okay. But then as you level up, you gain more flaws that are set, but then you get additional powers that you can choose from. So like at Transform level 2, you get Iron Pelt. While in your hybrid form, you have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-silvered, non-magical sources. Or Hunter's Howl. Whenever in your form, you can use a bonus action to let out a loud howl and mark a creature within 60 feet as your prey. Creature remains marked this way for an hour until it dies. And whenever you hit the marked creature, you deal an additional d6 damage as if it's a melee attack. And then you have bonuses to track it. And you can use it a number of times and stuff like that. So it just goes on, and you can get different boons and whatnot. Now the nice thing... Hold on one moment, I'm going to sneeze. Pardon me. The nice part is that you can use... there are additional ones in the player's guide as well as the campaign settings, so you can let your players choose between more of them. Or you can choose for the players if you don't want them to know everything they possibly could do. But the flaws can get bad. I mean, it can force you to murder your friends and whatnot. But there's a bunch of different ones. There's one angel one fae one, vampire, werewolf, aberration. Sorry, it's not strictly werewolf. It's werewolf or werebear. They might have Skaven in the other one. Yeah. Well, whenever you're down for game, feel free. If we have time, you can take a look at it and see if it's something that you would be interested in. Yeah. I'll have both the books there, so no problem either way. Okay, where was I? Okay, this skill lasts for the duration of a battle. And upon its end, the condition returns to the character. See battle on for more information. Is that how I worded it in the other posts? Because I haven't had any skills that I've needed to reference. See armor on page blank for more information. Yes, that is the exact wording I used. Cool. Strength. Strength is goofy because it doesn't actually add any damage to weapons. It just allows you to do feats of strength. 0. Restrictions. None. This skill allows a character to perform feats of strength A character with strength may rip free from entangle foot condition on a 3 count, as well as removing this condition from other creature characters. A character may hold a door closed creature character may hold a door closed using strength. A creature may a door closed how can I word it? A creature / character may hold a door closed this may be contested by other creature characters with strength finally a may break locks / barricades of that are of base craft level. Yeah. Okay. Copy. Copy. Okay. Strength augmentation. Cost 15. Must have strength. The skill allows a character to perform feats of strength. A character with strength. Augmentation. May rip free from entangle foot and entangle arms. Conditions on a 3 count, as well as removing this condition from other creature/characters. Creature/character may hold a door closed. This may be contested by other creature/characters with strength. Highest tier okay, I'll leave it at that. I think it makes sense the way it's worded, but people might get confused, so we'll see if we need any further clarification. Finally, creature character with strength augmentation. May break locks and barricades that are of the craft augmentation level. Actually, I'm going to remove no, I want that. Okay. Then I'll copy this. So, a character with strength mastery may rip free from all forms of the entangle condition on a 3 count, as well as removing this condition from other creature characters. Creature character may hold a door closed. This may be contested by other creature characters with strength. Finally, a creature with strength mastery may break locks and barricades of the craft mastery level, and unless they have been augmented to specifically counter resist this ability or is unbreakable. Okay, cool. Done and done. Next, black market. CP cost. Wouldn't the augment just make it unbreakable? What augment? No, none of the crafting, no crafted items are innately unbreakable. Each crafted item will have a certain number of times that it can be broken and fixed before it is permanently destroyed. There are certain master tier crafting abilities that allow you to make unbreakable items, aka rendered items. But those would essentially make them last infinite long. So there's just the one-upsmanship in both categories. CP cost of black market is 15. ST cost is... Why did I put 0? It's always been none. Dang it. Not even following all my own rules. And let me make sure that the rest of these are good. None, none, 1, 4, 2, none, 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 1. Okay, I think I'm good. Restrictions must have those were all lowercase and previous. Would you say that none has been yeah, that's fair. That is a fair comment. Must have thieves guild member. This skill allows a character to purchase in-game illegal items from the Thieves Guild. I want to look up the skill demand because the wording on that can probably be copied here. Nope. I guess that can be flushed out elsewhere. Conceal object. I already did. Diplomacy. I think I already did diplomacy as well. 5 results. Okay, well at least that one can get deleted. Okay, yep, that skill is already done. Done. Good. Good. I like running into skills that I don't have to continue to flesh out, because I've already done it. Disguise. CP cost 15. ST cost none. This skill allows a character to act to roleplay as another This skill allows a character to roleplay as another persona during I'm going to come back to this one. I have a feeling this is going to be a long worded one, so I will do that. CP cost on escape artist is 10. ST cost is 2. Restrictions, none. This skill allows a character to bypass to escape bindings, and the angle condition, as well as bypass barricades, or similar structures without damaging them. Okay, pick lock. CP cost 10. ST cost 1. Restrictions, none. This skill allows a character to pick locks on doors and containers over time. character may spend 5 minutes role-playing, removing a basic lock, 10 minutes for an augmented lock, and 15 minutes, 20 minutes for a mastery lock. So I don't call it master locks. Unless otherwise stated on the item card. Picking lock does not break or destroy it, allowing it to be reset or taken at the character's discretion. Pickpocket. No, that's very true. That's very true. Master locks definitely are not unpickable. CP cost on pickpocket is 10. I just try to avoid those things because I don't want to have any problems, even though I know for the most part I wouldn't receive any problems. Restrictions. None. This skill allows a character to pick a character, a creature slash characters, pocket. Targets. No, I like the other wording better. To use this skill, the character must have a safety pin rep that is clearly tied to their character. Character name slash number listed is bare minimum. To the character must attach the safety pin, clothespin, wooden clothespin, to the target or the character must attach the clothespin to the target or any items the character is carrying. Following this, too many uses of character. The target is carrying. Following this, the character must contact a marshal to acquire one resource or currency from the target. Additionally, this skill may be used to steal items item cards or plot items from NPCs. I want a clear delineation on that because I want to discourage PvP. I don't want to disallow it, but I want to discourage it. So you can only search other playable characters for currency or resources for crafting things. You cannot steal items or things of that nature. However, you can disarm people of weapons and items and stuff like that, so they cannot use them. You just cannot take them with you and then you use them or things of that nature. NPCs, that's different. Poison use. CP cost 15. ST cost 0, none. Restrictions, none. This skill, best to standardize or provide the clothespins to keep them standard. That way you don't have people using special pins. I kind of want the characters to actually specialize them so that they are distinctive, so you know who put a pin on whom. So let's say I just have a basic clothespin and I go and put it on somebody, and then another character notices it and goes to a marshal and say, yeah, I stole off that guy, there's the pin. If it's specialized so that you know who it belongs to and whatnot like that, I think that's better, personally. Being creepy, I understand. We don't want people being creepy. But that would be handled in the code of conduct kind of stuff. Unless you can elaborate on more of what you might mean without being too graphic for the stream. This skill allows a character to mix poison into food or drink. Having your character number on it is one thing. Having those little 2-inch pins or using smaller pins just to get closer to be creepy. Okay, I mean, yeah, standardizing the size of the pins, yeah. We can standardize the size of them so that people aren't, you know, getting super creepy about it. Yeah, that makes sense. The skill allows a character to mix poison into food or drink. To use this skill, the character must have a this skill should not be used on this skill should not be used on a player's meal, as it is vital that all attendees take care of their physical needs. Without fear of this skill should not be used on a player's meal, as it is vital that all attendees take care of their physical needs without fear of game intrusion. Snacks. Snacks, public offerings. Using the pins without the skill should be not allowed as well. Creep's gonna creep, unfortunately. What better excuse to get touchy than failed pickpocket attempts? Yeah, definitely. And part of what's gonna be in the not the code of conduct, but the contract, I can't remember the word for it right now, but the social contract. Part of the social contract. Snacks can be important for diabetics and others with blood sugar stuff. Yes, while that's true, I'm basically saying that, you know, if there's food left out and things of that nature, I'm trying to limit it so, make sure that people can eat their actual meals. If somebody's going into a diabetic shock kind of thing, then yeah, I'd be okay with ignoring it. But I don't want people using that as an excuse either, per se. But I don't want one of those things where, hey, I'm making my meal, I'm trying to take care of myself, and then I have to check every 5 seconds to see if something's poisoned, because that gets to a point where, it gets to be too much. Snacks, public offerings, and offered I think that basically these 3 skills, pick lock, pickpocket, and poison use, are the most likely to possibly be removed from the system altogether. But we'll see. I want thievy people to be able to do things, but I want them to more use them against monsters and bad guys and stuff like that. But I have to have it open so that, it can be used against players, but I want to restrict it somewhat. Yeah, in the social contract, I want to specifically put in there that basically, if you have the feeling that somebody is using a game skill or ability for nefarious purposes whatsoever, feel free to disregard said game skill and come and get a staff member right away, type deal. That's why players are going to get the charm ability, but they will not get the dominate ability. That has to be by like a staff member that is going to be watched and is, going to be in front of multiple people at all times, type deal. But I get what you're saying. We want to limit the amount of creepers as much as possible. And part of that is that we're not going to have underage people at the game, so that will definitely help. I know adults can also be creeped upon, but it is far less likely. ST cost 2 for stealth. Restrictions. Night time only. This skill, I can probably take stealth from the upper section because I already had it here. Copy. Control V. Okay. So, this skill allows a character to gain the hidden condition following ST usage. because we had nighttime, then movement, then daytime. Okay. Cool. The internet is disappointing me today. They don't have any screenshots of it. Did you watch the one today? Copy. Paste. Four. The skill allows a character to gain the hidden condition following ST usage and is restricted to nighttime. Must have stealth. Yeah, kind of confusing continuity with the ending of the Thor episode. Not only that, but if he was going to different realities, his versions of the Infinity Stones shouldn't work. Because that's what Loki told us. And that's what's been in the Marvel continuity this whole time in the comic books. So, makes it a little meh for me, but it is what it is. While using stealth augmentation, target may move while in cover and staying and traveling along dark locations. Traveling into well-lit areas. Will cause the character to lose the hidden condition. This skill allows a character to gain the hidden condition following ST usage and is restricted to nighttime use. While using stealth augmentation, the target may move while in cover and traveling along dark locations. Traveling into well-lit areas will cause the character to lose the hidden condition. Cool. Copy. Paste. 20. This skill allows a character to gain the hidden condition following ST usage and or daytime use while in cover. Wooded areas behind / under buildings, behind / in brush, etc. While using stealth augmentation, the target may move while in cover and traveling along dark locations, traveling into well-lit areas. Or at night, or over open ground during the day, will cause the character to lose the hidden condition. And that goes to 6. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I'm on a single page left. Awesome. I still have an hour and a half. I might be able to do this. CP cost. One more episode next week, and then it's time to retire the Disney Plus for a bit. Yeah, the Book of Boba Fett comes out December 29th. So, Black Widow should be coming out soon for everybody to see without paying the extra. I don't remember when, but should be pretty soon. CP cost for Thieves Guild member 10. ST cost none. Restrictions none. Okay. This one I'm gonna need to check my notes and I'll have to come back to. Equal trade. CP cost 10. ST cost 1. That's fair. I have not seen it yet. This skill allows a character to trade one item for its market value to a guild. Going rate is 5. ST cost is 1. Restrictions, none. This skill allows a character to inquire allows a character to view a guild's market value chart. The only thing I want to see on Disney Plus is Jungle Cruise, but I can wait until it's free. That's fair. Yeah, I had zero interest in Jungle Cruise, but I mean, it might be good. Haggle, CP cost 10, ST cost 1, restrictions none. This skill allows a character to reduce the cost of a agreed upon sale by 1 currency, minimum 1. To a minimum of 1 currency. To use this skill, comma, a character calls haggle following agreed an agreed sale of goods Generally, I can rely upon a movie with The Rock. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I liked the Jumanji movies. I thought those were pretty good. Jumanji was the McRib. I think the McRib's pretty gross. I'm probably in the minority on that, though. To use the skill, character calls haggle following an agreed upon sale of goods. Okay. Holdings is CP cost 10. ST cost 0. Restriction none. This skill allows a character to receive blank currency at check-in. CP cost 15. ST cost none. Darn zeros again. Grumble, grumble, grumble. ST cost none. Restrictions must have holdings. This skill allows a character to receive currency at check-in. This is in addition to granted by holdings. My phone went the beeps beeps. CP cost 20. ST cost none. Restrictions must have holdings. Augmentation. Better check what that is just in case. Maybe it's me getting yelled at, because I'm used to getting yelled at. Nope, all good. This skill allows a... Why am I retyping this? That is crazy. Copy. Paste. You can usually tell the level of believability an actor brings to a character by how fast you notice that the animated version isn't being voiced by the same actor that... Yeah, that is fair. That is fair. I knew the I knew that the Doctor Strange, the creepy one, was going to be coming back. I was kind of glad to see it, but given all the trailers and stuff, you already knew it was coming. But I was happy to see it at the end of this one. Skill allows a character to receive X currency at check-in. This is in addition to currency granted by holdings and holdings augmentation. CP cost for Merchants Guild member 10. ST cost none. Restrictions none. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the whole description in the actual skill description here, or I'm going to have a separate section for guilds / folders and all that other stuff. Requisition. CP cost 15. st cost 4 restrictions must have merchants guild member. Did you start your playthrough again today, Gil, or did you wait on that? This skill. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Allows a character to gain 1 item from the guild from guild's item list for free. I did, but got bored 5 minutes in and decided to put it on the back burner. That's fair. I know I had, let me go back up to demand. Where is it? That's fine. Supply CP cost is 10. ST cost is 0. None. Restrictions. None. Copy. Unbold that. This skill allows a character to receive blank basic resources at check-in. CP cost 15. ST cost none. Restrictions must have supply. This skill allows a character to receive let me go ahead and pull up file. Open. Where is it? This PC. Social contract. Component list. There we go. Okay. Okay. Generic resources. Then Granted by supply. I was able to tell immediately that the Drax in What If wasn't Batista and didn't notice Carol Danvers. That's fair. That's pretty much where we were at as well. CP cost 20. SD cost none. Restrictions must have supply augmentation. This skill allows a character to receive component list. Well, okay. Receive. I remember that Captain Marvel was played by Brie, but couldn't remember her last name. Yeah, not Olsen. That's fair. Yeah, you're thinking Scarlet Witch is played by I can't remember her first name right now. But her last name is Olsen. She is the Olsen twins' annoying older sister that they apparently wrote a rap song about hating her. So, Gil, let me get your thoughts on something real quick. I don't want to give out rare resources from the supply skill, but I was thinking it might be okay. Yeah, that's it. I was thinking it might be okay if they get up to the supply mastery level, if they basically trade in all of the resources they would have gathered from all three of the supply things to get one random rare resource. I think that would be pretty fair. Because what if they aren't good at, what if they can't go out gathering and whatnot? Maybe that's the only way that they get actual resources. Not sure. I'm going to go ahead, and it is 10:49. I'm going to go ahead and take a break real quick. I need to use the restroom. So I will be back shortly. Okay, I'm back. That's fair, Gil. Yeah, it's one of those things. I'm just trying to decide if the rare resources are the things that are going to actually change how the different items work. So I want people to be able to play around with them and use them. But I don't know if it's too easy to just give them out. Because apply is like one of those skills where, hey, you get these resources for free every time you just check in. So almost there. How many skills do I have left? Nice. I will get a majority of these finished. Because the guilds I'm going to need to flesh out better. Craft guild, research guild. Analysis. Is based off of come on. Research. Copy. Okay, 15 pages. That's not bad. Okay. Control V. Okay. Analysis. CP cost 10. ST cost 1. Restrictions none. The skills allows a character to ask 3 yes or no questions from plot staff regarding an item. Regarding an item as it relates to the current event. This allows plot staff to give information that may be relevant to a current plot line, but does not necessarily impact the overall story of the game world. Additionally, plot may offer characters with this skill pre-generated information or more detailed information instead of allowing the character to ask questions on their own. Emails regarding questions prior to an event are encouraged to ensure that all information granted to players is accurate. Consultation, CP cost 10, ST cost 1, restrictions none. This skill allows a character to receive a hint regarding a puzzle, riddle, or similar plot point from staff. Alternatively, staff may decide to reduce the difficulty of a puzzle, put another puzzle in its place, or allow the character to solve the puzzle by a certain time frame. And I think this is a cool idea because then you can, if the puzzle seems too hard, I know sometimes people get super frustrated with puzzles and things, and maybe they just don't want to deal with it anymore. But plot just doesn't want to give it to them. This gives somebody a skill to say, hey, my character is good at this thing, but I'm not necessarily good at this thing. So you can make allowances because they're going to spend stamina to figure it out. Deduction. CP cost 10. ST cost 1. Restrictions none. Copy, paste. The skill allows a character to ask 3 yes or no questions from plot staff regarding a creature/character as it relates to the current event. This allows plot staff to give information that may be relevant to a current plot line, but does not necessarily impact the overall story of the game world. Additionally, plot may offer characters with this skill pre-generated information or more detailed information instead of allowing the character to ask questions on their own. Using this skill on a character, this skill may allow a may determine the true identity of a creature/character using the disguise skill. Okay, next. Yeah, definitely. The nice thing is because we're not going to be changing between monsters willy-nilly. Lots of the story is going to already be written out, and the modules will be written out, and it's going to be more of a scheduling thing in comparison to how the old national game used to be. And the other thing is your marshal can sub in puzzles or, like I said, use a timer instead of actually forcing them to solve said puzzle. Medical training augmentation, CP cost 15, ST cost 1. Restrictions none. this skill allows a character to remove what is the actual what's the actual condition over here? Dead, destroy, distracted, dominate, dying, elemental, entangled, greater, heal, harm. Hidden, knockback. Silent, sleeping, slowed, spirit. Okay. Let's go back to the list. This skill allows a character to remove the dazed, sleeping, slowed, and weakness conditions through natural, through non-magical means. Must spend 5 minutes role-playing removal of these the character must spend 5 minutes role-playing the removal of the condition followed by the statement remove condition name. Okay. Copy. $21. Well, my restriction should be medical must have medical training. Must have medical training augmentation. Enter tab. This allows the skill allows a character to remove the bleed, poisoned, silenced conditions through non-magical means. The character must spend 5 minutes role-playing the removal of the condition, followed by the statement. This skill removes one condition at a time. However, multiple characters may remove conditions on the same target at the same time. The character must spend 5 minutes role-playing the removal of the condition, followed by the statement remove condition. Name. Okay. Cool. Okay. Research guild member. CP. Cost 10. ST cost 0. Restrictions none. Next is surgery. CP cost 15. ST cost 4. Restrictions must have medical training, mastery, and research guild member. This skill allows a character to attempt surgery on a target. With a possible chance of failure. Now, this skill allows a character to attempt surgery on a target. Basic surgery takes 20 minutes of role play and can remove all negative conditions and heal all body points if successful. Experimental surgery also takes 30 minutes and functions similarly to crafting master items. See Searcher on page for more information regarding experimental surgery. CP cost 10, ST cost 0, restrictions none. Crafting augmentation. CP cost 15. ST cost 1. I put more zeros because I'm an idiot. Consistency, blasphemy. Restrictions. Alchemy, forging, or enchanting, or forging. CP cost 20. ST cost 1. Restrictions must have crafting augmentation. Crafting theory. Copy. CP cost. 10. ST cost 1. Restrictions none. The skill allows the character to ask 3 yes or no questions from plot staff regarding crafting an item. This allows plot staff to give information that may be relevant. Regarding crafting an item. Additionally, plot may offer characters with the skill for generated information or more detailed information instead of allowing the character to ask questions on their own. Emails regarding questions prior to an event are encouraged to ensure that all information granted to players is accurate. Guild stockpile. $15. ST cost. Zero. Restrictions. None. It is the same as holdings, but it doesn't level. Copy. Paste. Cost 10. ST cost 2. Restrictions have alchemy, enchanting, or forging. This skill allows a item to have its durability extended, or a destroyed item to be remade for a discounted cost. For half the material cost of making a brand new item. CP cost 20. ST cost 4. Restrictions Must have firearm or crafting mastery. Must have crafting mastery. Must have crafting mastery and crafting theory, or firearm. This skill additionally, this skill grants a character proficiency with firearms, with all firearms, and the ability to no, I want scientific research. This skill grants a character proficiency with all firearms and the ability to craft okay. Good, good, good. I think that is everything for the most part. I'll need to make I'll still need to fill in some of these items here. But I think that is about it. So I am going to go ahead and head out. I'm going to condense this document down and add it to the actual version 0.5. So I'll see how many pages we're at. Hopefully we are under 60 still. We should be. 20, yeah, we should be good. And go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and head out a little bit early. Thanks very much, guys, for coming and hanging out. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that, feel free, hit me up on Facebook. But other than that, I'm out. I will see you on Friday. Have a great night, guys.